Chapter 1. The Archon's hunter Hell did not fear easily. It was a place built from suffering, governed by beings who had forgotten mercy long before the first mortal sin. Demons ruled their territories with claws and fire. Souls screamed in endless punishment, and the Archons sat above it all like unmoving stars. Fear rarely traveled upward, but it moved quickly when Vathar was hunting. The battlefield of Sundered Vale burned beneath a sky of cracked obsidian. Rivers of molten chains snaked across the valley floor, casting flickering orange light across broken demon bodies. The rebellion had lasted 3 hours. 3 hours too long. Rebel demons scattered across the black stone, their warband shattered. Some crawled through the ash, others fled toward the jagged cliffs surrounding the vale. Their leader, an armored brute named Corveth, staggered through the smoke with a broken spear clutched in one clawed hand. "Run!" he roared to the survivors. "He cannot kill us all." No one answered him, because they could hear something moving through the ash. Not footsteps. Something heavier. Metal scraped against stone. Slow, deliberate. The rebels stopped running. From the smoke emerged a towering figure. Vathar stepped forward, his massive claws dragging against the ground as he walked. The talons were black iron fused to bone, each one etched with ancient runes that glowed faintly in the hellfire light. His armor was not forged. It had grown around him like volcanic glass, jagged plates covering his shoulders and chest. Horns curved backward from his skull, long and sharp like the crown of a fallen king. His eyes burned with a steady crimson glow. He did not look angry. He looked bored. 3 hours, Vathar said, his voice deep enough to rumble through the valley walls. "You lasted longer than most." Corveth snarled and raised his spear. "We fight for freedom from the Archons!" Vathar tilted his head. Freedom. It was a word demons used when they knew they were already dead. "You misunderstand your position," Vathar replied calmly. The rebels charged. Dozens of demons rushed him at once, claws, blades, jagged spears flashing through the smoke. Vathar moved. The first demon never saw the strike. One iron claw swept sideways, tearing straight through its torso. Black blood sprayed across the stone as the body split apart. The second lunged from behind. Vathar caught the creature mid-air and crushed its skull with a single hand. More came. Too many for any normal demon. Vathar welcomed them. He stepped forward into the swarm, claws moving like falling axes. Limbs flew, armor shattered. The valley filled with screams and the crack of breaking bone. A demon leapt onto his back, teeth snapping toward his throat. Vathar reached over his shoulder without looking and ripped the creature free, tearing its spine out as casually as pulling weeds from soil. Within moments, the battlefield was quiet again. Ash drifted down around him. Only Corveth remained standing. The rebel leader trembled, staring at the carnage scattered across the valley floor. You are a monster," he whispered. Vathar wiped black blood from one claw against the stone. "No," he said simply. "I am efficient." Corveth roared and charged. For the first time, Vathar smiled. The rebel demon swung his broken spear with desperate strength. The blade scraped across Vathar's chest armor, sparks bursting from the impact. The strike did nothing. Vathar caught the spear shaft. Then he squeezed. The weapon snapped like dry bone. Corveth froze. Vathar leaned closer, crimson eyes burning inches from the rebel's face. "The Archons send me," he said quietly. "When they want problems, removed." One claw pierced straight through Corveth's chest. The demon's body went still. Vathar lifted the corpse from the ground, studying it for a moment before letting it fall. The rebellion was over. Ash drifted across the battlefield. High above the valley, the sky split open like a wound in the world. A voice descended from the darkness, vast, cold, and ancient. "Vathar!" The Archons were watching. Vathar dropped to one knee, iron claws embedding into the stone beneath him. "I hear and obey," he said. The voice continued. "A greater hunt awaits." Vathar raised his head slowly. For the first time that night, something flickered behind his burning eyes. Not excitement, not rage. Something closer to curiosity. "As you command," he replied. Far above him, The Archons watched their most loyal weapon. None of them yet realized the truth. Weapons eventually learn how to choose their own targets. And one day, Vathar would turn his claws upward.